Hi you guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Charlotte. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Today we're going to do a sort of sit and sniff with me. I recently got a bunch of samples of fragrances that I am really intrigued by, that I really wanted to smell. Some of these I was very tempted to blind buy, but I was like, start being a little bit more responsible and a little bit more conscientious about my purchases. So even though I knew that some of these would maybe be loves, I wanted to make sure that they actually were. And I'm so excited because there are two fragrances here I'm going to share with you that I got that I'm going to tell you right off the bat, like I cheated. Okay, I wanted to keep it for this video, and like it's still going to be an experience, a sort of first impression, but I cheated. I did this on both of these fragrances because I just couldn't wait. Okay, and it's, I just did that, but still. And you guys, I'm so excited about these fragrances. I think I love them. Both of these are Lactonic fragrances too, so yes, love Lactonic fragrances. If this interests you, definitely give me a like, a thumbs up, and ring your notification bells and subscribe to the channel, because I will be going through all of these fragrances with you at some point. These are all fragrances that I picked up that I really have been wanting to try, that I've been wanting to test, that I wanted to buy blindly full bottles of, but I'm trying to pace myself and only buy the ones that I'm really actually in love with and I'm obsessed with. So the first one we have has been very hyped up recently, and when I looked at the note breakdown, I was like, this is a dream fragrance for me. If I made my own fragrance and I had my dream breakdown of notes, this would be it. There are a couple molecular notes in here that I'm not familiar with, but other than that, this is a dream fragrance breakdown for me. This is Blanche Bête by Liquide Imaginaire. It has a top note of milk and ambrette or musk mallow. It has also mystical, which is a molecular note that I'm not familiar with. It has a mid of tuberose, jasmine, and incense. Like some of my favorite notes all in one fragrance. It also has mahonial, which is another molecular note that I'm not familiar with, but is giving a gentle floral aspect to the fragrance. And it has a base of vanilla, musk, cacao, and tonka bean. I was honestly like, what is there not to love? I'm going to love this. But I wanted to really be sure before buying a full bottle. It's not a cheap fragrance. So we're going to do a spray. This is the first time I spray it. Oh my God, you guys. Oh my God. This is so perfect. I mean, this is perfect for me. This is my fragrance. This is a sweet, creamy, angelic tuberose with a cloud of musky vanilla. This is so pretty. Oh my goodness. Definitely a love at first sniff. Definitely a love at first sniff. Very, very oily. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, there I think you can see. Very, very oily. Shows a high concentration of fragrance oils. Wow, this is just beautiful. Like I said, when I looked at the note, I was like, I think it's impossible for me not to like it. But just to be sure, and just to make sure it's not like, okay, I have something similar. I don't have anything similar. It's milky, it's Lactonic, but it's still very floral, and it's still musky and vanilla. Those are basically my favorite accords, is Lactonic, white floral, musky, vanilla. And it has a little bit of incense, which I'm not picking up on yet that much. But if there's a bit of incense, that just yes, please. This is the kind of insertion of incense that I like. Just enough. I'm starting to get it a little bit. just enough to add a little bit of mystery, a little bit of smokiness, a little bit of complexity. There is something that smells almost a little bit nutty, but not too nutty, because nutty, like hazelnuts, for example, can be too nutty for me. It's very subtle. Maybe it's the cacao. Oh, this is just gorgeous. This is beautiful. You know, when like people ask like what would be a beautiful wedding day scent or something? For me right now, I'm like, maybe this would be my wedding day scent. I would wear this every day though. This is just so beautiful. Holy crap. Like, I'm definitely, you know, I definitely want a full bottle of this. And I know this is preemptive. Like, I know I haven't done a wear test or anything, but it's a love, you guys. This is absolutely worth the hype for people who love a Lactonic white floral vanilla musky fragrance. Now, there are a lot of vanilla musky fragrances. There are a lot of floral musky fragrances, but not all of those together. And it's not gourmand, even though the Lactonic element is very milky and slightly sweet. It's more floral. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of times Lactonic can just be gourmand, will end up being gourmand, but this is more floral with that musky vanilla. It's just gorgeous. Oh, okay, we're going to move on to the next one, and I will be able to smell the absolute dry down after. But you guys, this is so worth the hype. Like I said, if you like a Lactonic tuberose vanilla musky fragrance, it's just amazing. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Second one, again, from that little impression I got. Again, this is a fragrance that I was absolutely prepared to blind buy and prepared to love, but I was like, I need to take my time and be careful with my blind buys. So, especially with these niche fragrance purchases. So, this is État Libre d'Orange Ghost in the Shell. And you know, I've said it before, État Libre d'Orange is a very hit and miss, and you need to sample their fragrances. This one though, when I looked at the notes and even the reviews, I was like, I think this is going to be a hit for me. And you guys, I think it is. Let's just do a spray, an official spray on my hand. Yeah, that's what it smelled like to me last time. So this is another Lactonic fragrance, but very different. This is a Lactonic clean soapy fragrance, which is so unique. So unique. It's Lactonic, but in a creamy Dove bar sort of way. Like, picture the creamiest Dove soap bar. It's very interesting. It's also very fresh. I think it's aldehydic. It might be a little bit aldehydic. It's also musky. I love this fragrance. This is definitely a very niche fragrance. But if you love that second skin musky element with a creamy Lactonic edge, it's just beautiful. This has a lot of molecular notes I'm not familiar with, like aquil, which looks like it might be an ozonic sort of fragrance note. In the opening, it has ethyl acetate, which I'm also not familiar with. It has a yuzu, which is that fresh, fruity fragrance, which I guess is the sweetness in this fragrance, because there's not a lot of sweetness, but it's there, and I can't imagine it being anything else other than that and the milk. And then the middle notes, which are the predominant notes you get in here, is skin and milk. So obviously skin is a fantasy note as well. It smells like clean, fresh, dewy skin. Clean skin. A little bit like newborn baby smell. It's just very comforting. It's clean. It's cozy. Very unique. And I'm absolutely enamored with both of these fragrances. Okay. Blanche Bête. Wow. That is so unique to me. I'm getting the incense, a subtle cocoa, a lot of vanilla and musk and tuberose. It's creamy. Absolutely beautiful fragrance. I need a full bottle of this, and until I get a full bottle of it, you guys, I'm going to recommend it to you guys. If you love a Lactonic, tuberose, incensey, musky vanilla, that is so beautiful. So beautiful. This one's a lot more sweet, for example, than Ghost in the Shell. Ghost in the Shell is a clean vibe, a clean, fresh vibe with a Lactonic edge, which is not typical of a clean, fresh fragrance, right? It's beautiful. It does have some jasmine in there as well. And then in the base, we have some moss and ambroxan and some, in the base, it has vinyl guaiacol, which provides, and I'm quoting Fragrantica here, okay? Provides the smell of vanilla cloves accord, sweet, balsamic, and smoky, spicy, powdery carnation accord. Interesting. It's the only fragrance listed with that note here. I'm getting like milky white soap with a bit of powder and soft, clean baby skin. It's very specific. And those aldehydes. I'm getting an aldehydic feeling from it too. Sparkling, fizzy, a little. Beautiful fragrance. The other one, Blanche Bête, is a denser fragrance. It's heavier. It's not a heavy fragrance, but compared to the other one, you know, it's sweeter. It's more grounded. I'm getting the cacao in the dry down, and it also feels slightly woody. I don't know if there were any woods in it though. Are there any woods? Not really. There's no woods. Maybe the cacao tonka. Wow, this is beautiful. This is so beautiful. Let me see if it reminds people of other fragrances. It doesn't smell like anything I've smelled before. Okay, of course, I have to smell L'Orchestre Parfum Piano Santal. I know, it's been recommended to me before, and I absolutely want to smell it. I wasn't able to find a sample of it. I'm sure if I dig deep, I'll be able to find one, you know, but I absolutely need to smell that now as well. It doesn't look like everyone thinks it smells like that, but I can see how it might smell like that. Milk, no, it does not smell like milk to me. Milk is a lot woodier. Milk is actually very, very woody, just as much Lactonic as it is powdery and woody to me. And I like milk, but nowhere near as much as I like Blanche Bête. Blanche Bête is wow. It's wow to me. I love it. I see Hypnotic Poison, which, I didn't think of Hypnotic Poison at all. And actually I have it right here. So let's get it. But I understand that now. I would never think of comparing it to Hypnotic Poison, but it has a similar texture. Hypnotic Poison is, of course, a lot more powdery and doesn't smell the same, but there's something in the texture and also in the delicate sweetness of the vanilla in here that is quite similar. It's true, but nowhere near being like a dupe or anything like that. Like, absolutely worth having both in your collection. Like, I would love to have both of these. I can see, though, how it would be used for similar uses, similar vibes, but they don't smell the same, but they do have a similar texture. It's very interesting. It also says some people, or one person compared it to Holidays Mancera, which I would disagree with. Really like Holidays by Mancera, but I definitely don't see any similarities apart from the sweet vanilla accord in that fragrance. Yeah, beautiful fragrance. Let's see, what about Ghost in the Shell? I want to see as well for what people are reminded of. Ghost in the Shell. Interesting. Okay, some people say it smells like the milk, but the more tame version. I'm pretty sure I have that. I have a sample of that somewhere, but I don't think so. One person says it smells like ATTAR Musk Kashmir, which is actually, oh my god, I was not supposed to go and try that one today, but I actually got a sample of that one in my sample pack. here it is. And just, I think we need to do it just because of this, you know. I'm going to put, it's one of those samples I don't like this, where you can't spray it. You can just kind of dab it. Let's just try it like this. But I kind of wanted to do a whole video with my ATTARs. There's a couple of ATTARs I got. Oh. Okay, I can kind of get that. Oh, I can kind of see that. I think Musk by Kashmir has black pepper, which I'm getting, and gardenia, and musk. I'm scared though that I'm getting the Blanche Bête as well. I feel like I can smell it, but it's hard. It's hard to tell you guys. So, but it does look like it might resemble it a little bit. Yeah, I'm definitely getting that. But Ghost in the Shell definitely has more of a soapy quality, but it's a very, very particular soapy. Like I said, it's like a creamy, milky soapiness, like a creamy, super buttery, lotion infused bath bar. Like, yeah, oh man, it's so lovely. I love these fragrances that are like Blanche Bête does have a bit of a gourmand quality to it. Definitely compared to Ghost in the Shell. Ghost in the Shell is not at all like gourmand, you know, but it's absolutely Lactonic. And I do have one or two. Yeah, I have a couple fragrances in my collection that are Lactonic, but not gourmand, that are Lactonic in a more lotiony, milky kind of way. And yes, I know I'm very, very past due for a Lactonic fragrance video, but I was personally also kind of waiting for these, for that video too, because I needed to try these fragrances. I needed to try these fragrances before making a Lactonic video. And my goodness. So I get the Musk Cashmere comparison. It doesn't smell the same, but they are quite close actually, surprisingly. Musk Cashmere though. Like, I like all three of these fragrances, by the way. But it's true that Musk Cashmere, though, I would have to try it without any other fragrance because it's just that little vial, so I can't spray. So it really needs to be like on bare skin with no other scents contaminating it. You know what I mean? So I can get a real impression from it. But just right now, I wanted to see, you know, off first impressions if it seemed similar, and I can see it. But yeah, Ghost in the Shell is more soapy. And yeah, soapy in that very creamy soapy sort of way. Wow. Blanche Bête is still very creamy, white floral with that touch of incense and that muskiness and that vanilla cacao tonka bean mixture is just decadent. It is a little bit gourmand in the dry down. Just beautiful, absolutely beautiful fragrance. Wow, I am so wowed by that one. It doesn't smell like anything I've smelled before. It smells so unique and also just bang on to my personal taste. It's just perfect. I love that. And yeah, I do get a bit of nuttiness. I'm not sure if that's just the tonka cacao mixture that's giving that impression. Beautiful fragrance. So there you go. There you have it, you guys. Both of these are absolutely fragrances that I would like to have full bottles of. If I had to choose between the two, Blanche Bête first. Like Blanche Bête, hands down, is just amazing. But Ghost in the Shell is a Lactonic fragrance I could see myself wearing for everyday occasions. Like a casual, everyday fragrance. A clean, fresh, out of the shower fragrance that's very unique and different from other clean, fresh, out of the shower fragrances. Beautiful. And I'm so happy to find an État Libre d'Orange fragrance that I love because, like I said, they're very hit and miss. And this one is unique for all the right reasons. It's just, it's so cool. Yeah, love this. Love these two. Okay, you guys, please tell me down below if you smelled these fragrances before, what your thoughts are on them. If you love either of these, if you're interested in smelling either of these, I'm absolutely obsessed for different reasons. Like, they're totally different fragrances, but I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. I love it. I love these. Oh my goodness. So if you like this video, please like it, give me a thumbs up to let me know, and also subscribe and ring the notification bell as well if you'd like to see some more videos from me in the future. I also have all of these samples here that I want to go through with you guys. So these were the two, I'm going to say 2.5 because I took a touch of Kashmir from ATTAR, but I'm going to do a whole thing with the ATTAR ones. I want to go through those samples with you. There's some fragrances I've wanted to smell for a very long time in there that I can't wait to smell with you on camera. I've not smelled them yet. Like I said, I cheated with these two because I was the most curious, like obsessed curious with these two, and wow, I can't stop. So beautiful. Blanche Bête. Holy wow. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for being here with me again today. And until we see each other again, take care of yourself. I'll see you very soon.